Homework. As a 7th grader, I think I've been through enough years of school to tell you that homework is not the most enjoyable part of school. Some students will tell you that they hate homework, every single drop of it. Some will tell you that they could have spent that time playing video games. Some will tell you that they could have spent that time texting friends. But I'm almost certain that every single parent in this room would disagree with me. Many parents think that homework is an essential part of learning, that without homework, learning is not possible. Educators also have a similar view on this matter. Educators view homework as kind of a fail-safe. If a student doesn't do well in school that day, homework is there to help them and to help them improve. Though this may be true in a short period of time, in the long run, the results of homework are not consistent. Take a look at it this way. If homework actually made us better, our schools should be the best in the world. We should be releasing thousands of educated men and women who travel the world and help other people cope with their issues. Heck, if homework actually made us better, there shouldn't be a single third world country in the whole world. But no. As many of you know, homework does not make us better. We don't have the best schools in the world. That title is held by a different country, Finland. And you know what's special about Finland's schools? They don't have homework. Now, I'm not saying that homework is not beneficial. I mean, it does teach you something, sometimes. But to achieve little academic improvement, we're sacrificing much, much more. Any pediatrician will tell you that a child needs more than 9 hours of sleep every single day. But unfortunately, homework intervenes. A student spends 7 to 8-ish hours of his or her day in a school itself. Moreover, a child has 30 minutes of homework from every class on average. That's another 2 to 3 more hours. Including extracurricular activities and just having fun, this is clearly not sufficient sleep for our students. Our students are simply not getting enough sleep. When you think of a school, you would think that they put the education and the safety of students first. But this is clearly not seen when it comes to homework. By implementing homework, we're actually affecting a student's ability to learn, contrary to what most people think. By installing homework in our school system, we're actually affecting a student's health. A closer look at this issue hints at something much more disastrous. Homework interrupts a friendly relationship between parent and child. Now, I'm sure that every parent in this room wants a happy family, where a child gets enough time to play, where children get enough time to eat 3 meals in a day. But once again, homework intervenes, this time in what seems like a natural connection. I'm sure many of you understand this situation. You calling, "Come on, it's time for dinner," and your son or daughter calling back, "Coming, Dad, I'm almost done, I have 1 more minute left," and coming 2 hours later. Or the more aggressive response of, "Mom, can't you see I'm doing homework? Jeez." This angers both sides of the conflict. The parents, because they want a happy family. They want a family that's amazing. And children, because of the frustration and the annoyance. In this way, homework is kind of like chaos theory. I'm sure many of you have famously heard that a beat of a butterfly's wings could cause a storm on the other side of the world. Relate this to a different situation. I mean, none of you here would trade a $10 bill for a penny. But this is exactly what we are doing with homework. Once again, homework has proven itself to be inefficient. Moreover, if you still think that homework is an important part of school, homework really doesn't have a major effect on the education of children. Just because you give a child a worksheet and tell him or her to complete it, tell him or her to finish every single math problem, doesn't mean he or she actually understands the material. You see, this is where teachers should come in. A teacher who just hands out worksheets, just doesn't give out tangible advice, and just plays on a mobile device all day is no better than homework itself. But to reach this goal, we must require a change in the way our teachers participate in the education of students. If we can have personalized medicine, all the way to personalized recommended for you bars on YouTube, why don't we have personalized education? Teachers are here to teach. I mean, that's why we have them. But even teachers in this educationally gifted school don't give out advice a student can stick onto and build upon. Even teachers in this school aren't the best teachers a student could have. This is our first step in reaching a better school system. Moreover, we straightforwardly tell students that they are doing something wrong, but we never tell them why they are failing. We never tell them what they are failing at. This is another step in reaching a better school system. Moreover, we have been assigning homework the same way since the 1900s. As Einstein once said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. Though 100 years may not seem like a lot, take into consideration that our school system, that our world even, has evolved rapidly these last 20 years. The clunky computers of the 80s have evolved into slim devices that can fit in our hands. The unwieldy carts of the 1800s have evolved into the supercars of today. Primitive medicine, such as bloodletting in the medieval ages, has evolved into groundbreaking cancer-fighting techniques of today. But homework has remained more or less unchanged. I mean, if I was doing something wrong, I'd know about it. I would work to fix it, and I would work to be better at it. But the richest school system in the world still clings on to its almost primitive ways. You see, the school systems of Finland, Denmark, and Singapore are some of the best in the world. But our country, the richest country in the world, is lagging behind its national counterparts, where, according to a national survey, the government spends a little more than $12,000 per student. Finland students exceed in academics, all while the government spends 24% less. We repeatedly tell them that they're not good enough. We repeatedly tell them that they're failing. We repeatedly tell them that they're not good and that they should improve. But this all ends up being not beneficial. Unfortunately, we can never become Finland. Or can we? Their school system is the exact opposite of ours. They don't have homework or standardized tests. But the absence of homework can be clearly seen in Finland's schools. A shorter school day lets students pursue their dreams, lets students make good friends and have friendly and make good family interactions. A 15-minute break between every class lets students interpret and understand what they just learned. No homework lets students socialize with their friends and make better teacher-to-student interactions. But the results of a homework-free environment is more evident in the future of these students' lives. Better teacher-to-student interaction leads to higher success rates. Poverty is literally unknown to the people of Finland. Everyone is offered an opportunity. Everyone is offered an opportunity to succeed in life. More time for sleep lets these adults develop good habits in their job and in their lives. Moreover, the absence of standardized tests plays a major part in the whole of these students' lives. Studies have shown that these students are the happiest students in the world. They have a virtual stress-free life. We know that homework will not work. We know that homework is not an efficient way of teaching our students, but we still implement it. You see, what if I told you that homework is the root cause of big issues in our country, such as drug use and high school dropouts? But if you really think about it, all these crimes or all these problems are caused by a failure in school. Let's take a look into the mind of a student who's struggling in middle school. Every day he forgets to do homework because he was not able to do it because of family issues or even just because they forgot. He goes to school feeling that he's stupid, that he's a failure, that he can't do anything. Moreover, the constant strings of zeros that he gets from every failed assignments makes him feel even more bad. Eventually, he may drop out. And what do you think high school dropouts do? But wait, let's take a closer look at this child. Imagine if homework didn't exist. Every day for this kid would be a new start. Every day would be a blank slate. Every day would be a new opportunity to restart and forget all the failures of yesterday. Imagine a student that doesn't have any homework. Imagine a student that doesn't have any major stresses in his or her life. That student is more likely to succeed. But this change will not happen overnight. It's not like one day all teachers just suddenly decided to stop giving out homework to every single student. This change will take a gradual movement. But there is one thing we as citizens must do to get there. This change requires a change in the mindset of our people. Many people don't allow themselves to analyze their mistakes. Many people don't allow themselves to understand other people's ideas. And this is exactly what we shouldn't be doing. Many people think that our country is already perfect and that we need no reform. Many people think that we're already the best country in the world and that our schools are already amazing, that they're phenomenal. But this just reinforces the fact that we're not willing to understand other people's ideas. Now, after all this talk about homework, I have a homework assignment for all of you. Go to a library, a bookstore, or even online, and look up the controversy about homework. There are many titles on this subject. But while you're reading, remember to keep an open mind. Remember to truly understand what these people are saying. Read, and maybe you'll form a new opinion. Thank you.